All right, guys, welcome back. It's me, Daniel, with VintageMagic.com. Thank you guys for joining me on a video today. Hope you guys having a great week. So, Wizards of the Coast, Hasbro just did their Fireside Chat. If you guys want to watch the actual Fireside Chat, there's a bunch of videos. If you type in Hasbro Fireside Chat, the people did live streams. You can watch it, and I'll even post a link of one of the Fireside Chats I watched. There were folks who were commentating throughout the video sometimes, so it is a little hard. You might have to listen to some parts of it. But I want to give you guys my take on the Fireside Chat. So the Fireside Chat was only about an hour long, and keep in mind, these are corporate executives. These are not, this is not like, people, I think the word Fireside Chat is a little bit misleading, because I think a fireside chat is just a conversation between people, and it's just like a back and forth thing. This instead was more of like a corporate presentation of Hasbro, Wizards of the Coast, the direction, and address some of the questions. And I'm not going to get into the dynamics of Hasbro itself. They did talk about D&D and how they want to grow D&D, and how that's an area that people really recognize and they want to grow. They talked about Magic, and I'm going to focus on Magic. Cynthia, I think, was the new CEO. I probably got her name wrong somewhere, but she talked heavily on some of the questions that were on the mind, that may be on your mind, but really isn't questions from the public, as in like, hey, Mr. President or Miss CEO, what do you think about this? It's not like that. Like John asked this or Mary asked this. It's not like that. It was curated or narrated throughout the entire presentation. So the main point the couple points that I got from the whole presentation was Hasbro, or Wizards of the Coast themselves, has launched this 2.0 type of reconnecting with the community, players, and they have a new initiative, right, to grow the player base. But unfortunately, the result of that hasn't really been positive. There's been huge amounts of products, wallet fatigue, secondary market prices have declined, and obviously with Magic 30 being a huge controversy was kind of like the icing on the cake. I think the kind of insights, they keep using this word insight, their research, feedback is very important for them. They're very data driven. You have to understand, corporations all care about data. There's a micro and a macro view, right? And they don't give a rat's butt about the micro view. I mean, they might, you think they care, but the reality is it's the bigger picture. What really matters in the bigger picture is what matters. And they care about revenue and profit. That's very important. Think about it as a business. If you are a business, right? You're not a small business, you're a corporation. You have Wall Street, Hasbro stock shareholders looking at you. They care about revenue and the profits. And obviously player base plays a big part of it. According to Wizards, though, and their data, player base is strong. It's pretty consistent. And in fact, they mentioned that their actual, the Magic 30 event in Las Vegas brought in huge amount, like over about 10,000 players that came in, and they saw that as a positive. Now, a lot of people are going to argue with this video. Put in the comment below whatever the hell you want to feel, but they're going to feel like, well, that's not the real feeling of the sentiment of the community. The LGS stores have told me, my LGS has told me that Magic has, gotten worse, making less money, etc. But here's an interesting thing. In the video, Cynthia points out, the CEO, that there's about 6,000 LGS partners. She really wants to use those correct words, partners. WPN partners, whatever. And about 2,200 of them got pulled or whatever. And in that 2,200, about 80% have said that their business is growing and thriving. So they're using statistics. They're using actual statistics that Magic and gaming stores are doing all right through this COVID thing. And that's 2,200 stores out of the 600, which is a large percentage. So they're using data. Another thing that Cynthia, a question that was probably the best question that was posed was, people are saying that the reserve list, or the not reserve list, that Magic is overprinting Magic cards, and that it actually is affecting the Magic values of the secondary market. And Cynthia actually addressed this and said, basically in a nutshell, that Wizards has nothing to do with the secondary market. First and foremost, it's pretty much just a game. We focus on the game. And she wanted to stress and point out that Magic, most items that they have are print on demand. Print on demand. So, but that means is that if there's a demand, then there's a supply. They're not going to overprint unnecessarily and like what I guess we're thinking and ruin the values of the cards. They're printing on demand. And so I think there's two things that I figured out there. Look at the play on words. One is printing on demand for supply and demand of the cards. But I think what the problem is, what Magic players are saying, and collectors, investors, whatever, is that the saturation of the frequency of the printing and the more of the same, like Dominaria Remastered, for the love of God. There's like every single reprintable card in there. I mean, you gotta be kidding me. Whirly Tutor, Enlightened Tutor, another Tutor. There's like Force of Will. I mean, Jesus. I mean, every fucking card is in that set. Seriously. Nice art. Crazy. Reprinting everything. You might as well reprint. I mean, it's insane. It's absolutely insane. So back to what I was saying is that Magic players really feel this like, it's not like it's not, she answered the question, she did, but they're not addressing the elephant in the room. That the problem is you're having too many of the same cards in a continuous cycle. And that to me shows a lack of understanding. They say, she said something about, well, I think people don't really understand our business model. They think all we're trying to do is, print cards for no reason. It's kind of like they're printing it to make money and resell them, right? That's the whole point. But I think that's the problem with this entire fireside chat was there wasn't enough depth and detail of just Magic and the real questions. Magic 30 as a whole wasn't even addressed. I don't think they have mentioned it at all directly, maybe from an indirect way. So they're saying print on demand, right? Okay, Magic 30. So are they saying that maybe Magic 30 is now scaled down because there's not as much demand? We're going to not print as much, and then Magic 30 becomes one of the rarest set ever made for Magic? Yeah, probably. That's probably what's happened. So I don't think that's inaccurate. Like they're printing on demand, but they're not going to tell you what they're printing or how many, right? Very interesting. So the sentiment I was hearing kind of as these YouTubers were putting on live stream, they were very negative about it. Very, very negative. And that's something I want to talk about in this video also, is that there's been a tremendous amount of negativity in a lot of the videos for Magic 30 as of late. And I am not here to defend Wizards, nor do I think their execution of the product was great. But I got to say this, and being a holiday spirit and everything, Magic has been good to me. Seriously. Magic has built me the wealth, I guess fame, if you want to call it, infamous fame, whatever you want to call it, or fame, friendships, all those things, memories that are near and dear to my heart. It's supported my family. I've met some incredible people, individuals in my life. And there's obviously bad apples. Obviously, people want to go out there and bust Hasbro or bust Wizards all they want. But I don't want to do that in this video. I want to tell you guys that and this is probably not a very popular opinion, but the reality is we all love this game. We've all been a part of it for many years of my life, definitely my adult life, and I feel like there's a lot to be proud of the game. I get it. I get that there is a lot of YouTube buzz, a lot of people, pumping it, like the Professor, Rudy, other YouTubers are just upset, right? But does that really show the sentiment of all of the Magic community? I don't know. Like, the reality is, why is Hasbro, this fireside chat, getting data from LGS stores, saying that they're healthy. 80% of them are healthy out of the 2,200, which is a lot, out of the 6,000. Why are they not complaining about Magic and what they need to do? Or is Hasbro not reporting the information accurately, and they're just basically not hearing anything they're saying and want to hear the things that they fit within their 2.0 growing method of their business? Is that what's happening? I gotta say, from my opinion, it's probably both, honestly. It's probably both. I think they acknowledge it, but unfortunately, if you acknowledge something on a fireside chat publicly, you also affect potentially stock values, business sentiment, stuff like that. So I do feel like this disingenuous thing that's happening in the community in general, not only from Hasbro, the community YouTubers, but also from Hasbro. I don't think both are being fully transparent and honest or giving each other any kind of, nothing's being done. So that's the concern. I think concern is there and sparks huge amount of negativity. I want to be as positive as I can in the video, but I just want to lay the facts out. That and also I want to lay my opinion. I want to be as clear as possible, is that I really do feel that the game has gone to a very unique direction. It's gone to an era of collectability. Like she mentioned in her video, in the podcast, Cynthia was like, we want to produce products that cater to collectors also. And then the Magic 30 obviously was one of those products. We have player-driven products. She also mentioned Secret Lair. That's our collector-driven mainstay product. So these are all like targeted. People are like upset, like, you just want our money. All you want, the players are arguing like, oh, all you want is money. All you want is our money, right? And I thought about, how can we as a community actually share this, share our feedback? Well, number one, I think a lot of you guys thought, well, Magic 30, not to buy the product. And I think a lot of you guys with the negative backlash proved to Wizards that, hey, this product wasn't sold out. I've done my research now. It wasn't sold out. There's more, that was available, and probably will just be destroyed. It was kind of an experiment in time in some weird way. It made community members very upset, and I think Wizards heard that. But the bigger answer, though, on all the problems that we're having is, how can we actually fix this problem? Like actual solutions, not just fucking arguing about everything, getting upset, or getting views on our camera, because it's bullshit. We need to actually have a solution. What is the real solution? So I want to talk about that stuff in my future videos. What are the solutions? What can we really do to improve the player base, the player, quality, the sentiment, everything, right? How can we do it? I've heard some comments that, well, we're going to lower the prices, or we're going to have less sets, but none of that actually solves the thing. Is that they are a corporation. They have to make as much product as possible, and they have to sell as much as possible. Why in the world would they scale back? How can they scale back, right? So we need to determine what are the real solutions that can actually happen. So the Fireside Chat, I probably rate it, if I was rating it, honestly, probably a D. D out of F, A to F. It just wasn't convincing enough. It wasn't genuine enough. It was more like a corporate call that, imagine if you were just in an office and you had to take you're forced to take a corporate call and you got nothing out of it. It's the same thing I've heard over and over again being in corporate America. All right, guys, put in the comments below, what do you think about the Fireside Chat? Do you think it was genuine? What do you think needs to change? More videos on this later on, but look, I'm just going to be honest. Magic has done a lot of great things for me. I'm trying to keep positive out of the whole thing and enjoy life. Again, enjoy the holidays, guys, and we'll talk to you in the next video.
Hey guys, it's me, Daniel, with VintageMagic.com. I'm here to share with you more about our deck and set collector fulfillment service. The deck fulfillment service caters to the player. And what that basically means is, if you are a player looking to fulfill your old school Magic deck, certain Power 9 or key pieces in your Vintage deck, or dual lands in your Legacy deck, we have the inventory and the resources to help you fulfill your needs. Next, we have the set collector fulfillment service. This really caters more towards the collector. Oftentimes I've been asked, hey Dan, can you help me find this specific graded card for this set? Or Dan, can you find me these 20 cards left in my beta set? It doesn't matter what you're looking for, even if it's like every single Sarah Angel possible out there, I can help you out. My resources and extensive network in Magic the Gathering, I was able to help thousands of clients all over the world fulfill their needs. I've made it my mission at vintagemagic.com to be your one-stop shop for all your collector needs. For any significant item or collection, we're able to travel anywhere in the world to meet you. The reason why my clients love this service because it saves you time. What happens is collectors and players often search all over online or vendors and they never find exactly what they're looking for. By going to us, we are the only one-stop shop who can help you with your needs. Using our service gets you exactly what you want and saves you time and money.
Vintage Magic. Game, collect, invest. For more information about our consulting and professional services, visit vintagemagic.com.